Right, hi guys. Now, I spent ages on YouTube and the internet looking at how to attack the Audi A3 1.6 petrol, and this is a 51 plate. I think after 52 or 53 the engine changes, so this is the one where the inlet manifold goes over the top of the engine and it's a bitch to change the spark plugs. Right, trying for a camera angle change. Right, hi guys. Now, I spent ages on YouTube and the internet looking at how to attack the Audi A3 1.6 petrol, and this is a 51 plate. I think after 52 or 53 the engine changes, so this is the one where the inlet manifold goes over the top of the engine and it's a bitch to change the spark plugs. Right, trying for a camera angle change. Right guys, I'm going to do this bit in reverse, although by the time I've edited it and stuff it might be the right way around, but this is with everything off. All I needed to do was put a new breather on, and you can see as these two pipes come off the side. Now this comes on and turns anti-clockwise to lock it in place. These two pipes get stuck under here, so you need to move this. This does not move. This is it. That's all you can do. I can't find anything anywhere that tells me how to loosen that off. So I took the inlet manifold off the front, but I needed to change the spark plugs anyway, and then that was just enough movement to be able to get the two pipes underneath here so I could turn it round to lock it into place. These are like rocking horse shit. They are very hard to get hold of unless you live in America or Poland. I don't, I live in the UK with Scotland. So, and I thought whilst all this is off, this car's done 88,000 miles, I would change all the spark plugs, which I've got one more to do. As you can see, these are nice and shiny, new down here. I've just got this one to do. When that one's done, I'm going to change the HT leads. Notice I'm doing this one at a time. It'll be one lead off, one lead on. I'll catch you back in a minute. Okay people, these are the new spark plugs and new HT leads all fitted. As you can see, they're all nice and neatly routed through all the relevant clips. Keep them tidy. Coming through into a little clip block there, down onto the electronic distributor down here. Right, we change these one at a time, one off, one on, because if you get it wrong and you forget which lead goes where on that box there, you are screwed and you need to get an auto electrician out. I am no expert, but believe me, this is how it's done. Please note while I'm here, the rags I've put into the inlet cylinder heads. This is perfect just there to keep any mess from going in down there. As you can see, that is the top of your valve stem. Any muck, mess, debris in there and you are in trouble. You do not want to be taking the head off. We don't want to damage the valve, we do not want to damage the cylinder head. Alright, now that is done, we can clearly see the bolt point here and the bolt point here. Also the hex screws go in there, there, there. That's the bolt, and there. Okay, this is where I've put the manifold back on, just so I can show you how it goes. Right, you have one screw goes in here, one screw goes in here. You have a little press fit clip goes in here, and to get it off, when you've pulled the clip out, you have to you have to peel that right back like that, and the same this side, you have one here. Now just to show you where these bolts are and how difficult they are to get to. Right, one bolt, where are we? Look at me, the bearings, there we are, there's that bolt. And these are where the hex head screws go. So there's one in there. As you can see, access is really easy. There's also another one somewhere up there, which I can't quite see. Well, as you can see, the access to the spark plug now, which is down here. So really easy to get to, not with the manifold on. Getting the manifold off is a bitch. There's the other one, just there, look, and then that one there. Now just to show you that you're thinking that looks quite easy, this bit bolts on to those two bolts down there. Okay, which means now you can't get access to that one down there. And also the bolt fitting, as you can see, is just poking through the hole now down here. Right, you've got to try and get them on with your magic spanner, or the help of a deity or some mythical god or anything else that's got super bendy fingers and a spanner that can turn itself. Right, I'm now going to fit all this up and I'll show you the pictures when I'm done. Just to point out, this electrical connection here, this one here, and this little vacuum hose are the only three things I've had to reconnect on this side of the manifold. And then there's the two fuel pipes which were perished when I took them off, so I've got to replace those. They fit in to the tabs up the top of the engine there. On this side, nothing was disconnected, just a few things taken out of restraining clips just to hold them neatly in place. You can see the nice HT leads there going down, nicely fitted. Right, I've got work to do, time to crack on. Hi. Right, just a small point on fitting the hex heads back in. These are the bolts here. As you can see, that they are all the same size, so it doesn't matter what hole they go into. This one is one of the most difficult ones, and this is a tool I'm using here, a short extension with a hex head socket. This makes life a lot easier than using just a standard bar one, which I have some here. This is what I try to use. As you can see, these have a round head on, so you can get in at a funny angle. This helps putting the bolts back in a little bit, but they're no good for torquing them up and getting them nice and tight. And also you can't get any leverage, so use the proper tool. It's worth it, and it saves a lot of skin missing off knuckles and fingers. Now I've started putting the top row in first, this one, and this one down here. I'm now doing this one, and then I've got this one to do. These are the most difficult. They're going in finger tight, so they're still loose, so I can get the rest of the things on. When I've got the other bolts in, as you can see, the two nuts at the bottom, just here and just here, are going to be done last because they don't need lining up. As you can see, they can just slot straight on. And this one down here is the most difficult to do, because you've got the extra air blower bolted sort of around here, goes in front of it and blocks it all off. So I'm going to get this done and then I'll come back to you shortly. People, we are now going to refit this extra blower jobby bit. But as you can see, when this goes in, you're blocking your own fittings with the blower. So disconnect the blower. Ta-da! Placed to one side, leaving you with just the frame. So you can now get to these bottom two fittings, but when the blower's out, this fitting is now hidden when you're going to refit the blower with these three little bolt holes here, here and here. So I'll come to fitting that bolt in a minute. First of all, now we have to get this down in here in the correct place. It's hard trying a video and look what you're doing at the same time. As you can see, that goes on there, that goes there. Sort of like that, but you can see it lines up. That bolt hole there, and the bolt, you see it's there, just jiggling about. Now that's where you need your magic fingers to fit it. Back in a minute. Right, this is just a small tip for those that are new to this mechanic-y game. If you've got a bolt that you can't fix, it's in a really difficult position, a little bit of grease holds it into the socket if it's not already magnetic, and a little extension bar to fit the one that's down. There's the bolt, there's where the nut goes. So let me just swap hands. What we need to do, let's feed that. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually watching the video as opposed to what I'm actually doing. Then just feed it on if you can. I actually get a better view through the camera than I do actually what I'm doing. So hopefully that's going on. No, it's not. May take a few attempts just to get the threads to take because of the angle of everything. I'm having a few problems. There we go. The nut is now on a little bit, so now we can spin it up. That's finger tight. The hex bolt one down there, that's finger tight. Then we just need to fit these two at the top, finger tight, and then we can carry on tightening them all up.